Hello everyone, today is Wednesday, June 9th, and today is the first day of the Hoe-Athon. I'm so excited. It was so fun planning all this stuff, and I wanted to start my books right away, but I'm like, no, wait till Hoe-Athon starts. Oh, it was a lot of fun planning this. So if you're participating, thank you so much. I really appreciate you. So this is going to be the start of the vlog. I just got to work a little bit ago. I can clock in a couple minutes, but on my way here, I started listening to Neon Gods by Katee Robert. I got the physical copy, but then also my Hoopla has the audiobook, so I can listen, you know, kind of do like a hybrid reading where I can physically read when I have time to sit down and, you know, just read, or I can listen to it when I'm on the run, which I really like. Helps me get through books pretty quick. It was really hard to not read this book as soon as it came out on the 1st. I'm like, no, I have to read it for Hoe-Athon. But so it's a Hades and Persephone retelling, and we have Persephone, who is the daughter of one of the 13 of this city. It's like a hierarchy, of course, like you have all the Greek gods and goddesses in there. And one night at a party, Zeus lets her know his intentions to marry her. He like announces it to the whole party, and so she feels trapped. So she's like, she wanted to leave anyway. There was like a couple of years until, maybe not years, but until she gets her trust fund, and then she was going to take her trust fund and go to California so she can go to university. But she's like, I have to leave now. I don't think I will make it that long. So she totally ditches the party. Zeus sends his goons after her, and she crosses the river Styx into Hades' territory. And there's this treaty that, you know, you have to cross the river Styx of your own free will. Hades cannot come and get you, and then other people of the 13 in Olympus cannot cross the river Styx over to Hades, because then that'll break the treaty and there will be war. So these goons know that, so they double back. You know, they kind of, you know, for now we'll just let this go. And now Hades has Persephone, and that's kind of where I'm at right now, not very far in. It's like the very beginning. But I'm super excited. I really love Katee Robert. Really, everything she writes is fantastic. Oh, I can clock in 1 minute. But yeah, I just wanted to get on here and let you know what I'm reading. This is for the Happily Ever After prompt: read a fairy tale or mythology retelling. Hades and Persephone. If it checks off any other prompts, I don't know yet, but I will keep you informed. But I will update y'all a little bit later. Bye. Hey everyone, it is Saturday, June 12th, and the last time I vlogged, it was Wednesday, and I'm so sorry. Oh, you know, I've recently have not been doing like just weekly vlogs. Like, I decided to do themed vlogs, so vlogs and live streams weren't the only thing on my channel. So if I'm not doing that, I like forget to vlog. It's like, oh shit, yeah, I have to vlog. There's a readathon going on. I'm the host. I need to do the things. But yeah, anyway, sorry. Yesterday was my husband's birthday, so we went out to dinner, and that kind of, after work, and that kind of took up most of my night. Also, we decided to adjust the bingo boards to include another author, Aveda. We've been seeing a lot of people read her books on Twitter for Hoe-Athon, so we're like, yeah, we want to include her. And she's been really great about, you know, promoting and retweeting and liking, and she's participating. And I just really love that there are even authors who are participating in a Hoe-Athon. It like makes my heart beat fast. Like, I'm so excited, and I'm glad that everyone else is excited and participating. But when it's authors, especially authors that you are featuring on a bingo board that you have in your readathon, I don't know, it feels like a whole nother level to me, and I'm very excited and very grateful and very appreciative, and I just love that this readathon has come together. I love it. So anyways, so just to catch you up on what I've been reading. So Wednesday, I started and finished Neon Gods by Katee Robert. I'll put the bingo boards up and the scavenger hunt board so you know what prompts that it was good for. Mostly I read it for the Happily Ever After prompt because it's a Hades and Persephone retelling. But I loved it. It was so, so good. 5 stars. Honestly, like the steam factor was a little bit lower, I felt like, compared to like Desperate Measures or the Wicked Villain series or the Touch of Taboo series. Like those books are steamy AF, and I feel like this one was tamed down just a little bit, which that doesn't make it bad. That's not a bad thing. It's just I noticed that. But still, it's 5 stars. It's a great book. And then I read Pink Slip by Katrina Jackson. This was for LGBTQ+, also forbidden because the main character in here, she is the personal assistant of 2 spies that they own a business. So technically, like, she works for them, and they embark on a polyamorous relationship while they're on a mission. And so it can be forbidden-esque. And I really liked it. I thought it was super cute. Again, a little bit on the tamer side. The sex scenes could have been fleshed out a little bit more. But again, it didn't detract from the book at all. I mean, I loved it. It was great. 4 stars. And then today, I started reading Headless by Aveda Weiss. We added her books onto the group book. So we were reading Den of Vipers, Headless, and her other book, Feed. So those are the group books now. And so I read Headless, and it was very, very short. It took me all of 30 minutes to read, and it was very well done. It just whet my appetite for more. Like, I seriously wished it was longer. And, like, the mythology of it, it's a Sleepy Hollow retelling. I wish, like, the mythology of that world was kind of fleshed out a little bit, and how it pertained to Katrina, Ichabod, and Brom, because it's a polyamorous relationship between the 3 of them after Brom had fell under the curse of Sleepy Hollow. So he became the Headless Horseman, and he only comes every Halloween, and that's when they have the relationship. So yeah, I would have definitely loved it to be more fleshed out. I think at the end, it was like, if you sign up for the newsletter, you can have like a more in-depth about their story. And I'm like, okay, great. So I did that, and I've yet to check my email, but I'll do and do that. Because if there's something more in that world about them, I definitely want to read it, because yeah, I need more. And then I started listening to Sinner by Sierra Simone. And again, this is also forbidden, taboo romance. I started listening to it because I was making lunch. I was doing a little cleaning around the house. I also gave my puppy a bath. Hey, baby girl. Duchess. Duchess. Over here. Duchess. Duchess. She's deaf. I'm so sorry. I gave you a bath, huh, baby girl? And you were so good. I gave you a bath. She had so much of like her winter coat just like coming off in like clumps. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to give her a bath. I'm going to give her a good brushing. I even vacuumed her. She's a lot better now. And hopefully it'll cool her down too, because she's always so hot, you know, and it's just hot in Phoenix. It's like 110 degrees. And we're supposed to be reaching like 112 degrees this weekend. Ugh, summer is here to stay. It's unfortunate. But so I did that. So I've been listening to Sinner. I'm really liking it so far. I don't have any opinions about whether I like it more than Priest or not. More to come for that, because I'm not very far in. If you've read Sinner, I'm going to put the picture of the book up here just so I don't spoil you if you haven't read it. But if you've read Sinner, I'm at the point where Zenny has basically asked, who's our male main character's name? I can't think of his name. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'll put it here somewhere. But basically asked him to have sex with her before she goes and commits herself to be a nun. And he was like, yeah, I'll think about it. Come back and have dinner and we'll talk about it. And so I'm at that scene. They're having dinner, he's attempting to cook dinner for her, and she comes over and he says that yes, he will do it. And it's not just about sex. It's about experiencing everything that she would miss before when she becomes a nun. So she wants to experience that, and she wants to experience that with a person that she trusts. And she wants to experience it with the guy who's the main character, whose name I can't remember. She wants to do it with him because that is her brother's best friend. So I love it. I'm loving it so far, of course, but I like Priest too. So we shall see. I don't know if I'll finish that today, but maybe, because if I do a lot more stuff around the house, I might, you know, be listening to my audiobook. But also, again, like I said, it was my husband's birthday yesterday. We might do something today. You know, whatever. He's at Home Depot right now. I know. But anyways, so I just wanted to update you because I have been terrible at vlogging these last couple of days. But yeah, so I hope you're all having a wonderful weekend so far and you're doing everything you want to do and you're relaxing. And I'll talk to y'all a little bit later. Bye. Hey everyone, it is Sunday, June 13th, and today was a good reading day for me. I finished Read by S.J. Sanders, and that's kind of like a dystopian Earth alien romance where the aliens they're called the Rougarou, and they look exactly like werewolves, only they look bigger. They're very big, and they have 2 pairs of eyes, so they have 2 eyes. Then they have 2 pairs of arms, and there's this superstition where, you know, they're attracted to bright colors, especially red. And our main character, Ari, she has bright red hair, and she wears a hood to cover up her red hair because the superstition is for the people in the village that are human, if you have that red hair, you're cursed by the mother, and you're going to bring the Rougarou to the village, and like everybody will die. So that's why her mother hid her hair for so long. And then someone in the village like finds out and kind of uses it against her, like, I want you to marry me or I'm going to tell everybody your secret kind of thing. So she's like, no, I don't want to marry you because you're a dick. And he like throws off her hood, shows everybody her red hair, and they basically tell her to get the fuck out. And so she runs to her house and packs up what she can. Her mother has passed, by the way. Sorry, I didn't mention that. But her mother has passed, so she has basically nobody. So she gathers up her stuff. She knows that when she leaves the village, they're going to check her bags because they don't want her to take anything that's valuable or what the village can use for themselves. So she basically sets her house on fire. She was like, you know what, you kicked me out. You're not going to take any of my stuff. You're not going to be able to use any of my stuff. And she sets her house on fire. So she is wandering out in the wilderness, in the woods, and come across 3 Rougarous. And the Rougarous are like a triad. So they're in packs of 3, and that is how they mate as well. Like, you have the alpha, and then you have the second, and then you have the third. At first, she's freaking terrified, obviously, because she's been hearing these tales about them her whole life. But they speak English, and they're like, we're not gonna hurt you. And she's like, I'm going to this citadel, which is kind of like the main village where all the rich people live. She's like, I'm gonna go to the citadel because that's where my grandmother lives, because I'm by myself. And they're like, okay, we'll take you there as far as we can, because people at the citadel, obviously, they don't like them and they would be killed on sight. And, you know, it's like, we'll protect you, we'll take you there as far as we can. And their journey, they grow closer together, and they realize that, you know, they're attracted to her, she's attracted to them, and they just didn't think it was possible that, you know, because they're different species. But the youngest one, or the third one, what is his name? Crikes, I think that's his name. I'll put it here. He knows that it's possible because his mother is human. So he knows that it's possible, and he's the one that kind of is kind of sweet on her and kind of flirting with her. And the second, his name is Worrell. He is very, you know, standoffish, like, okay, we'll protect her, but I don't have to like it kind of thing, because humans killed his entire family, like his triad fathers and mother, and he's very wary of humans. And the alpha, Rhaegar, and he's big and he's strong, and his family has been killed as well. So they all come together in an unlikely bunch, and they just slowly fall in love on their journey to the citadel. And of course, you know, before they get there, you know, they come through a bunch of trials and, you know, saving her a couple of times, and one of the wolves gets wounded and she nurses him back to health, and, you know, situations like that where they grow closer. She makes the decision to stay with them, and of course they're happy, they're so excited. And then one day, a huntsman comes after her. He was employed by the village she left to answer for her crimes for burning down her house. But then her grandmother heard wind of it and was like, no, you're going to intercept and you're going to bring her back to me. And so this group of huntsmen kidnap her and bring her to the Citadel, and her wolves have to save her. So I really enjoy this. I was pleasantly surprised by this book. I'd never heard of this author, never heard of this series, but I'm definitely going to read more. I'm going to read more by this in this world. And I gave it 4 stars. But I'm pretty close. I think on the scavenger hunt board, I think I just need, I think I just need Tighten Up Daddy. I just need some tie balls and one romance that I'm reading. That's it. And I'll have everything on the scavenger hunt board. It's got to happen for me sometime, right? And then I just started reading A Taste of Her Own Medicine by Tasha L. Harrison. And this is about a woman. She's recently divorced. She has 2 kids she has to raise on her own. After, you know, being a stay-at-home mom for the whole of their marriage. And so she decides to take this entrepreneurial class to open her own, like, apothecary business with, like, herbs and remedies and oils and lotions and things like that. And so she just has to take this class so she knows the first thing about running business. And she meets the instructor. He's a very sexy young man, younger than her, 9 years younger than her. So there's a slight age gap, slight age gap. And also the student-teacher aspect. And I'm really liking it so far. I definitely have to read a lot more by Tasha L. Harrison. I'm so glad that we have her on the author bingo board prompt, because it's actually, you know, introducing me to a lot of authors that, you know, I wasn't aware of, and now I am, and I'm reading their books, and of course I love them. So I'm probably not going to finish that tonight. I'm just waiting on a load of laundry to be done so I can put it in the dryer so I can go to bed, because I got to go to work tomorrow. Ugh. But yeah, anyways, I also got some of Emma Ray's oils that she sells for hair. I'm gonna get it. Hold on. So it's this oil blend, Emmy's. I don't know if you can see that. Emmy's hair care oil blend, sweet almond oil, castor oil, extra virgin olive oil, and jojoba oil. So I decided to give this a try because I need something for my hair. You can tell I have it in 2 braids, but it's very thin. I braided it so I could just, because I put it in and I just wanted to kind of let it sit, and then I will wash it out. But I was gonna do like a hot oil treatment, but then it's fucking hot in Arizona right now. Oh, my little rubber band broke. But so yeah, I'm really excited to use this. I really just need my hair. I've been losing a lot of hair like these last couple of years, and I just need something to like thicken it up, and I hope this will work. So I don't know exactly how often I have to use it, but I'm gonna start with like once a week. Should be good. Just kind of like put it in the roots and kind of massage it in, and I put some on the ends because my ends are very dry. And just kind of leave it in, and you know, of course I'll wash it out because my hair is super oily right now. But I'm just gonna, like, overnight, I'm gonna let it do its thing overnight, and then tomorrow I'll wash it out, and I'm gonna do that once a week and see. Hopefully I'll see results. Because definitely if my hair keeps falling out at the rate it is, I'm gonna be bald before I'm 40, because I've lost every time I wash my hair, like chunks, I feel like chunks fall out, and I'm so worried that I have a bald spot somewhere that I can't freaking see. And I used to have a lot more hair than this, and it's just slowly losing it. So anyway, guess that's what happens when you're on the wrong side of 30. Starting to lose my hair, but hopefully this will fix it. But yeah, anyway, I just wanted to update you on that, and I will talk to you later. Bye. We look like we're gonna get some kind of storm. Looks like a big dust storm. It looks all brown. It's still hot. Hey everyone, it is Monday, June 14th, and today I finished A Taste of Her Own Medicine very early this morning, and then I started and finished A Lady of Rooksgrave Manor, and honestly, I loved it. So A Taste of Her Own Medicine, I really enjoyed it. Atlas, he's up there in like my top 10 literary boyfriends, so he's fantastic. 4 out of 5 stars. Lady of Rooksgrave Manor. So this is a monster smut romance about a maid, Esther, who loses her job, and the doctor that sees to the lady of the house that she's working for offers her a position at Rooksgrave Manor. And it's not a position that you would think. It's not like cleaning or maid services. It's actually her providing services to different types of monsters that live there. And it's all consensual. She loves sex. Magdalena Mortimer, who runs the house, she's like, I have like some people in mind for you. They've been waiting for you. And so we have 5. We have 5 creatures, monsters, beings that, you know, they start showing up to the house, and she engages in coitus, and she begins to fall in love with every single one of them. And it gets to the point where she's like, I don't want you all individually, I want you all together. And one of them is kind of like, they're all pretty much alpha, but one of them is like alpha. He's like, within their 5, there's like a hierarchy. So first we have Aemon, who is a sphinx. Sphinxes are from, you know, Egyptian mythology. So he's that monster. He can be more human-like, but he still has those feline features, and he has like a tail and wings that come and go as he pleases. He's like the alpha. Like he's like, you're mine. You can play with these other fools, but just know at the end of the day, you're mine. And then we have August, who is a vampire. He's like 300 years old or something, I think. And then we have Jonathan and Mr. Tanner. Jonathan is the doctor that was seeing to her old boss, and they had their first sexual encounter first. You know, what I mean by this doctor sees to women is that he gives them orgasms. With a vibrator. I love it. So he did that to our Esther, and he was like, you know what, I have the perfect job for you. And that's how she got into Rooksgrave Manor. And so Jonathan and Mr. Tanner, they're different people, but they share the same body. It's kind of like the Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde aspect. Kind of like a retelling. And so I guess she has 6 people, but like they don't split into 2 different bodies. Like they definitely change, like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. So it's either Jonathan or it's either Mr. Tanner. And then we have Ezra, who is an invisible man. And it's been a hot minute since I read The Invisible Man. And I think it's like a science experiment gone wrong. In Ezra's case, it's like he was cursed. So he's actually a thief, and he went to this woman. He was just like, I want to be more stealth-like. And and she's like, I'll turn you invisible. But Magdalena actually helped him. Like, he has to focus to be visible, but so at least he can, you know, be visible. And then we have Booker, who when she first got to Rooksgrave Manor, he was like the servant to Magdalena. It turns out that he's actually a golem. Like, Magdalena created him, and he's like made out of marble, and he had this tether to Magdalena, but Esther like started flirting with him and started like treating him like a person, because she didn't know exactly what he was, so she thought he was just a person. And so all that attention and all that, you know, friendship just kind of shifted that tether to Esther, and he became more self-aware and more human, and, you know, wanting, you know, more out of his life. And so it's all of them, reverse harem, polyamorous relationship with Esther. And there's also kind of like this mystery going on as well, because there are other houses around the world like Rooksgrave Manor, but they're not as nice as Rooksgrave Manor. There's one house who it's just like, they don't care if the girls consent or not. Like at Rooksgrave Manor, it's all consensual. And there's another house that they don't care. You know, if the guy wants to rape this girl, he will. And so obviously there's other houses out there, but they're not nice. And the head of one house, what is his name? Starts with a B. He decides that he doesn't want any houses like that vying for business. He wants to be the only house that's out there like Rooksgrave Manor. And so he sabotages everything, and then he goes after Esther. And so that's kind of like an underlying plot of this book. It's not just her relationship with these 5 monsters, but it's also this evil villain doing terrible things. So I actually really, really liked it. I think I'm leaning towards 5 stars, because honestly, I can't think of a single thing that's wrong with this book. I loved it. It has lots and lots of dirty, steamy smut, which I love. And then it also had a plot. It also had the kind of like that intrigue going on in the background. And it kind of ends in a cliffhanger. But there's going to be more books, and I cannot freaking wait. So I really enjoyed it. I'm giving it 5 stars. It's amazing. And it's honestly, it's gonna tick off so many prompts on the bingo board and the scavenger hunt. I'm so fucking excited. This book was great. Read it. Lady of Rooksgrave Manor. Okay. Anyways, so I don't know what I'm gonna read next, but Romanceathon started on the 12th, and I just posted my TBR for that today, so I'll put a picture of it here. And it really just worked out, because the prompts that they had fit a lot of the books that I was already going to read for Hoe-Athon. So that just works out very well. So I'll probably read one of those books and put those like towards the front, just because it does end on the 18th, which is this Friday. So I'm going to focus on those books. Off the top of my head, His Beauty by Jack Harbin, Ensnared by Tiffany Roberts, Feed by Aveda Weiss, Relationship Goals by Christina C. Jones. There's also a group book, but I'm not going to worry about that at the moment. So yeah, that was my day. It was a Monday. I came home from work. You know, I was trying to finish this Lady of Rooksgrave Manor before my husband got home, but I fell asleep, and my husband did not wake me up when he got home, and I slept until like almost 7 o'clock. So hopefully I can go to sleep tonight, because it's like 11 right now. So I just wanted to hop on and update you all on that. I hope y'all had a wonderful Monday. I hope everyone's Hoe-Athon is going great. Oh, I got some books too. I got some books in the mail. So Neon Gods, I forgot that I had pre-ordered this book from Auntie's, that you got like it's a signed edition, and then you got like some like the art that came with it. Well, hello, son. So I forgot I pre-ordered that, because it didn't come on release day. It came like on the 9th, which I'm not going to talk about that right now. So I ordered it on the 9th, and then I came home and it was there, and I'm like, oh dang, let's see if I can cancel this order. They said I couldn't cancel it. It just came today. So I decided that I'm going to donate this, and I'm going to do a giveaway. for the Hoe-Athon. So I did post on the Hoe-Athon that once you get bingo, like, tag us, because like, your names are gonna be like randomly drawn to win a copy of this book. Exciting, right? I hope so, because this book was amazing. And then I got this book, Liquor and Laundry by Tasha L. Harrison. I just finished A Taste of Her Own Medicine. It was really great. I'm really excited to be reading other books by her. But honestly, this book is like $5. The physical book is like $5 right now on Amazon. So go buy it. Thanks. So can't wait to read that. So yeah, I just got some book mail, and that's really exciting. Wednesday is Who Picked This Book Club. We're reading The Cracked Spine by Paige Shelton. It's a cozy mystery. I'm probably going to start that probably later on tomorrow. But yeah, anyway, I just wanted to update you on that. I hope you all had a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye. Here we go again. The last time I vlogged was Monday. I'm so sorry. I told you I was going to do better this week, and I lied unintentionally. But today is Thursday, June 17th? 17th. Yes, 17th. And I think the last time I updated you, I had finished A Taste of Her Own Medicine and Lady of Rooksgrave Manor. Since then, I have read Feed by Aveda. That was so good. Super short. I wanted more. 100% I wanted more. This needs to be a full-length novel. It does. It's a hate to love between a fairy and a succubus. And there's a little bit of backstory. Like, there's like some, like, they work together, and there's kind of like this hostility. So they have like that tension between them. And I wanted those scenes. I wanted the tension at the office, you know, like kind of leading up to the scene that we got in the book. The scene in the book is that our succubus, she uses a service where she can feed safely from different, I think she said it was typically humans, but this night, the night of the scene, a member of the Fae came, and a death moth, I think that's what they are. I think so. I'm not entirely sure. I'll put it here. I think their species is like a death moth. Okay. So, and then our succubus is like, hold on, we work together. Like, okay, I'll just take, like, you know, I'll just feed and, you know, forget about the fucking, because that's basically what she does as well. She feeds and then she fucks, and then she's like, okay, we'll just feed, and then I will worry about that other tidbit later, because I'm obviously not gonna fuck this person. We work together. So they talk her into it because she's needy. She has a lot of pent-up sexual need. So they take care of her. And it is so fucking hot. It's so hot. Okay, there's like choking, there is like some edging and like orgasm denial, and that just kind of like revs her up even more. There's this one part where they are banging her against like this glass, and you can see the city, and they're like, I'm not gonna give you this, meaning the dick, until you tell me something so naughty. And it actually, she ends up confessing that, like, even though they have like work hostility, it's an underlining like sexual tension, and she wants them. And so I don't know, like, they're surprised by it and also turned on, and also they feel the same way. And then the scene ends and they leave, and they're like, I'll see you at work. I'm like, okay, I need this to be a full-length novel because I need that aftermath too. Oh my god, it was so good. So good. And then what else have I read? I know what I read today. I'm so bad. I'm so terrible. The fuck did I read? Let's look on Storygraph. I can't even fucking spell. Storygraph. Okay, so I also read Relationship Goals by Christina C. Jones. Not my favorite, but it was still really good. I really, really enjoyed it. So how Nick and Noah meet in Relationship Goals is that Noah is sitting in an airport and she looks up and sees Nick. He doesn't know it's, his name at the time, but someone had run into him, coffee everywhere, like spilled some stuff on like the airport floor. And so she gets up and helps. And he's inexplicably struck by her beauty and just kisses her. And I guess they're both really famous in their own right. And someone takes a picture of them and says #relationship goals. So obviously they're not in a relationship, but he kissed her in an airport, for the love of God. But so that just kind of, that's the start of their relationship. And they live in different parts of the country. So for a while it's like a long distance relationship. And there's a point in Noah's life where she was like, she expects people to give 100% because that's what she does, and she's like, don't take half measures, blah 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 blah. And that's all well and good for you to live your life like that. What's not well and good is when you put those expectations you have for yourself onto other people, especially when you've known this man for 24 seconds. Okay, so like there's this one scene where she's in his apartment and his sister comes over and she gets mad because he hasn't said anything to his sister about their relationship. She obviously gets mad because she is really into him and willing to give 100% of herself into the relationship because that's how she lived her life. She is like taking happiness and 100% when she can. So she's like, I'm just going to go because you obviously don't care about me the way I care about you. I mean, you haven't even told your sister about us. And she kept saying, like, that's fine. You don't have to, like, we don't have to be on the same page, with our feelings. I know this is very new, but I'm obviously more into it than you are. And that's fine. She kept saying, that's fine, but I'm just going to go. I'm like, okay, if it's fine, then why are you going to go? Like, why are you trying to strong arm him into admitting something that he's not ready for? So he has his own personal issues because he has sickle cell disease, and that in his life, people have left him because of that. Like, they couldn't handle, the actual reality of him having this disease. And so they have left him. And so he doesn't want to rush into something until he knows for sure, because he's been hurt in the past. And so, but at this point, she knows that. She knows that about him. She knows that he has sickle cell disease. But it's just like, why? I don't know. It was kind of she was very pushy, and I didn't really enjoy that. But once they got on the same page, like their relationship and their romance was very, very romantic, very swoony, very touching. It was just them getting there. Kind of irked me a little bit. Then I read, what else did I read? I read His Beauty by Jack Harbin. It's a Beauty and the Beast retelling, but the beast stays a beast. Love it. I really, really liked it. Again, another one where I was like, this could have been longer. I would have really enjoyed it if it was, I did enjoy it. I would like a little bit more of them like beginning to trust each other and getting into the relationship, especially because of the whole captor-captive situation. Like, I feel like they got together really fast. But then again, it's a novella, so obviously things move quicker. But anyways. And then what else did I read? Okay, now that brings us to today. That I started Ensnared yesterday. I think it was yesterday. It was yesterday after I read The Cracked Spine. So I started that, and then I finished it today. And honestly, I was hesitant. I was hesitant about it because he's a freaking spider. He's an alien race that looks like a giant freaking spider. Terrifying, right? I thought so too. Really, Tiffany Roberts seriously made me fall in love with the spider. Like, how? How? did they do that? How? He was so sweet, cared for her. At first he was like, it's just my pet. There's no way that I could be attracted. We're not even of the same species. There's no way I could be attracted to her. She's just my pet. He's fighting it. He was fighting it for a while. But then, when he knew. There's something about her scent that just sometimes could get him going. Like, and he's like, the frenzy is upon me. The frenzy. Like the mating frenzy. He wanted to bang. But he was like, no. Not yet. He pushed himself. Every time she said no. Every time. He backed off. And honestly, there was that language barrier in the beginning. They learned each other's languages super quick, but I'll allow it. And there's this whole issue in his group of spiders that he lives with. He kind of lives on the outskirts because the queen of his race wants him super bad. She wants them to mate and have their brood and everything, and he wants nothing to do with her, even though she's queen. And she tries really hard, like to the point where she is threatening the life of not him, but the people that he loves, like his friends, his brood sister. And that's kind of like why he lives on the outskirts. Like, he does the hunting and everything, and he brings back his share, but he lives in this kind of nest on the outskirts of the main thing. And there's this one part where the queen is like really rough with him, and I thought like she was gonna rape him, like seriously. And she was like throwing him around because the females are bigger in this race. The females are much larger. Like, he's described as being like 7 feet tall. He has 4 arms. Yeah, 4 arms, upper and lower arms. And then he also has 4 legs. But they're saying like the queen is like 9 feet. So much bigger. So she's like overpowering him and like holding him down and like throwing him around. And so like he hates it there. And so he finally does escape, and he goes back to their little nest where she's waiting, the human. What is her name? Oh my god, I'm such a bad Paramount. Oh my god, what is her freaking name? I don't know. I'll put it here. I'm terrible. So he like gets in, and she can tell. Like, he's very on edge. He's wounded, obviously, because he was thrown around. And she's like, what can I do? What can I do to make it better? And he's like, he simply said, just be you. Just be you. Like, this is it. This is my happiness. It's just so romantic. Oh, gosh. And when they finally, whoo, dang, he has some freaky BDSM bondage knot kink. Like, he literally ties her up in his web and suspends her from the roof of their nest. Like, he's like tying knots all around her body, and I'm like, sir. And he bangs her within an inch of her life. And there's this thing, like, when he's like orgasming, like on the tip of his spear, it like flutters. I was clutching my pearls. Whew, sexy. But okay, so I loved it. 5 stars. It was amazing. So it's going to be a series, 3 books. At least that's what's on Goodreads right now. 3 books are planned. The second book comes out, thinking October or December. I don't know. Okay, so in addition, I told you this. In addition to Hoe-Athon, Romanceathon was happening too. So for the prompts, I read His Beauty by Jack Harbin. Read a romance book with a cover that you love. And that's also read a book written by a BIPOC author. And then I read Relationship Goals. That also could have been read a book written by a BIPOC author. Also, that was for read a book on your favorite romance author's backlist. She wrote that in 2017, I think. And then I read Feed, which was for read an indie romance. I think that was for something else too. Oh, read a romance book from a new to you author. Aveda Vice is new to me. And then also Ensnared was read an indie romance and read a book that is out of your comfort zone. So with those books, 4 books, I got all the prompts for the Romanceathon. So that ends tomorrow. So I'm done with Romanceathon at least. So yeah, that I have no idea what I'm going to read next. No idea. But I will show my bingo boards just so you guys know my progress. I've gotten blackout for the Hoe-Athon. I'm sorry. I've gotten blackout on one of the bingo boards. I still need 2 more spaces to get blackout on the author bingo board. And for the scavenger hunt prompts, I'm still looking for balls tightening. I'm still looking for tight balls. I've read 11 books for Hoe-Athon and not a single tight ball in sight. So irritated. So irritated. Anyways, I don't know what I'm going to start. I might start something tonight, but it is like 10:15. I might not. We'll see. We'll see. I might just scroll through TikTok, which that's what I was doing after dinner. I was just like, sea shanty, yay. But anyways, so yeah, I just wanted to update you because I'm horrible and I haven't. So sorry. I apologize. So tomorrow's Friday. Thank God. Thank God. They're really making me work so hard for those weekends, honestly. But yeah, so I will update y'all hopefully tomorrow. Bye. Hi everyone. It is Saturday, June 19th, and I just got to the chiropractor. I think I'm in for a pretty rough adjustment. It's been nearly 2 months since my last adjustment because my chiropractor and I had some conflicting schedules. I usually go like every month, like at least once. I think it's like every 3 weeks. And I'm feeling it. My hips hurt, my fucking neck hurts, my back hurts.
My neck, my back.
It all hurts. So I'm really happy that I'm going to the chiropractor because I need it. Anyways, I'm old and falling apart. But so yesterday, Friday, I started reading Drag Me Up by R.M. Virtues. I'm trying to get, because I have blackout on the prompt bingo board. I'm trying to get blackout on the author bingo board. And I'm still looking for some tight balls. Gosh darn it. Still looking. And also yesterday, we went live on Heather's channel. It was Heather, me, Steph from Novelty Corner, Naima from Naima's Reads, Izzy from Happy For Now, and Daijah from Daijah's Book World. We all went live talking about dark romances. Like, what exactly is dark romances? Where are the lines? What are our lines concerning dark romance? And it was really fun. We had a really great discussion, and we had a really nice talk. I really enjoyed it. I will link it in the cards and in the description box for you so you can check it out. I love those ladies. They're fantastic. They're great. And today, I have to finish Dead Sexy by Kimberly Ray. This is book number 1 in the Love at First Bite or Skull Creek series. This is about cowboy vampires, and the heroine's name, her name is Nikki, and I think that's cool because I went by Nikki for the longest time in my life, so I was like, oh, shit's my name. But I'm enjoying it so far. A lot of laugh out loud moments, like kind of like over the top. Our heroine lives in a small town, and she has a one-night stand with Jake, who is our cowboy vampire, who is just passing through town. And she wakes up in the morning in his hotel room, and the housekeeper is there to change the sheets and everything, and it turns out she's like the town's biggest gossip. People just know her and know that she just doesn't jump into bed with men willy-nilly, and so she just assumes that she's getting married to this man. And so everyone's just like, congratulations. And one of her friends at the salon is just like, I can't believe you didn't tell me. And everyone's making her pies and roasts and giving her flowers, and she's like, ah. So she leaves work and she ends up seeing his motorcycle, his bike, outside of a bar. And she was just like, you're still here, you were supposed to be leaving town. I was just going to tell everybody that we were in a long-term relationship, or a long-distance relationship, I should say, and you're just going to fade from my life, but it doesn't work if you're here. Like, she was mad that he stayed in town. Oh my god, it was so funny. And so they come to an agreement, by the week that he's in town, they would pretend to be dating, and like when it's time for him to leave, they'll have a big breakup, whatever. So yeah, I'm gonna finish that today, because Bree and Sarah and I are gonna be talking about this book in one of their podcast episodes. So we're gonna be recording that today, and I have to finish it. I'm not exactly sure where I'm at, but yeah, anyway. So yeah, I'm gonna try really hard to finish it, but yeah, I'm just waiting for, I'm a tad bit early, I'm just waiting for my chiropractor to actually open, because they open like right at 9, and I'm here early. And there's a couple Goodwills over here too that I don't really get to because it's super far from my house. It's like a 45 minute drive from my house, so I don't really get to this side of town often, except when I go to the chiropractor. So I usually take that time to go to the Goodwills and do some used bookstore shopping. And I might do a little bit more today after I record the podcast, because I haven't been book shopping in used bookstores for a while, and I would like to. I really want to check out Books on 7th Avenue. They're the ones that, if you've seen romance booktubers buy like mystery boxes of historical, mystery boxes of like paranormal, on eBay, it was this store that was selling them, and they're in my hometown. So they started doing that because of whole COVID, because they were closed for COVID, but I think I saw somewhere that they reopened. So I'm just gonna drive by and see that they're open, and if they are, I'm gonna do some shopping. And so I am just gonna read some more while I wait for the office to open, and I will update y'all a little bit later. Bye. Hi everyone, it is Tuesday, June 22nd. Oh my gosh, I don't even know what day it is. Oh, this vlog is terrible. I'm so sorry. I don't think I vlogged since Saturday. Sorry, it's my bad. Anyway, tomorrow's the last day of Hoe-Athon. Strangeathon started on Monday. So, trying to remember the last thing I talked to you about, but I don't remember because I'm terrible. Oh, okay. I started and finished Hot and Badgered by Shelley Lawrenston yesterday, and I was reading that for both Hoe-Athon and Strangeathon, and it was okay. It wasn't like the best shifter romance I ever read. Honestly, I thought it was like way too long. It was so long. The audiobook is like 13 hours. Yeah, 13 or 15 hours, and they don't even start having sex until like hour 10. I'm like, I'm sorry, this is too much plot for me at this point. Oh, but anyways, now I'm reading Den of Vipers. I gotta finish Den of Vipers and Jewel of the Sea before tomorrow, and I think it can happen, because I have 5 hours left of Den of Vipers, and then I have Jewel of the Sea as an ebook, so I think I can do it, because I still have a whole day left. Jewel of the Sea is also for Strangeathon. I'm not too worried about it, because Strangeathon lasts for like the whole week, so I should be fine. I just got to focus on Den of Vipers and Jewel of the Sea tomorrow. So Den of Vipers like started off like really intense. This is a dark, romance, captive situation. Dubious, so dubious is the consent, so I feel like I don't have a big problem with it, with the dubious consent, because we're getting her point of view, which is like, yes, she's fighting them. Yes, she knows she shouldn't be attracted to them and wanting to have sex with them, but she does want it. You're hearing her thoughts. So the only reason why dubious consent wouldn't work for me is if we weren't getting that, the heroine's point of view, but we do in Den of Vipers, so it's working for me. I know a lot of people, I've seen reviews on Goodreads that are giving this like 1-2 stars, and it's like straight rape and romanticizing rape, and I get that. I get that. You know, she's not actively saying no, but she's fighting them, but that's her kink. She gets off on it, on the fighting. So I'm like, okay, I'll allow it. So, and then also, I'm stopping at a couple of Goodwills. I stopped at some Goodwills yesterday, and then I'm stopping at a couple more today, just because Ray over at Bookmark Chronicles, she is starting a Black library, I think at her college or at her work. She posted a tweet. I'll put the tweet here. And so I thought that was really, really cool. She has an Amazon wish list. And so I messaged her and I said, you know, like, do you have like a Cash App or something where people can send like cash donations? Or would you accept, you know, kind of like gently used books? And I was like, if you have an address or something, only if you're comfortable sharing it, so we can send used books to you. And, you know, we were DMing back and forth, and she says, yes, absolutely. So I was just gonna look around and see what all my Goodwills had available. And I found a couple good ones yesterday. So I'm very excited. I love like thrift store shopping and finding the good deals. And I found a romance yesterday, Careless Whispers by Cynthia Williams. The book is regular price $9.99, and I got it for 64 cents yesterday. So I'm like, So I love when I find good deals. So that's why I'm sitting outside of a Goodwill right now. So I'm gonna go in there and look at all the books, and hopefully I can find some. All right, talk to you later. Bye. I really hope we get some rain. Look at all these stormy clouds. Desperately need it. It's raining. Yay! Hi everyone, it is Thursday, June 24th, and Hoe-Athon ended yesterday. Had such a great time, honestly, planning, preparing for it, and then also participating. It was a great time. I loved it. So yesterday, we had some rain. It was fantastic. And for the end of the Hoe-Athon, I had to finish Den of Vipers and Jewel of the Sea, which I did. So I finished all of the books and all of the prompts. I really liked both Den of Vipers and Jewel of the Sea. Jewel of the Sea is it's a sci-fi alien romance. The aliens look like, or they're a cross between humans and kraken or octopus. They were created in a lab, so they do share DNA with humans. And, you know, there's this small village. Everyone's scared of them, except for, you know, the people who actually trust and get to know them. They are just protecting, you know, all the incidences and things that have happened with the kraken. That's what they call them. It's because they were just trying to protect their family, just like any person would. But I really like this series. Tiffany Roberts is such a great writing duo. It's a husband and wife writing duo, and they're so good. They're so good. But yeah, Strangeathon is still going on until Sunday, and I have to read The Wicker King. I vaguely remember this going around BookTube, like, I don't know how long ago. So if anybody's read that book, let me know, because I don't really know what it's about. It just fit the prompt that I had. I think it's a mixed media prompt, and then also LGBTQ plus, I believe. So if you read it, let me know. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Hi everyone, it is Monday, June 28th, and I'm just wrapping up this vlog. Strangeathon ended yesterday. I think it's yesterday. I hope it's not today. But anyway, I did not get to read The Wicker King. So unfortunately I did not get those two prompts, but hardly really read anything, you know, this weekend. I felt like I was always on the run. Had a birthday party, had a belated Father's Day lunch / dinner with my father-in-law, and I don't know, I just felt like this weekend flew by and I didn't really get a whole lot of reading done, which is unfortunate. But I just wanted to wrap this up. Sorry this vlog is turning out to be so long. I had a lot of fun with these readathons. Can't wait for next round of Hoe-Athon. I already want to start planning, and we do have some author interviews like set up for on my channel coming soon in the month of July, so I'm very, very excited for that. Everything will be linked in the description box for you, okay? So that this is going to be the last clip. I will see you in the next one. Bye.